What do you think this is? Here we have a tree. The roots from this tree may have reached over here, and the soil has slid away from here. So these two factors. And they affected this pipe right here. And this pipe, let me show you where it goes. This pipe goes right over here. Here we have the main, or rather the primary line of the house. That is, all the drain pipes in the house. From this side and that side, they come together somewhere in the house, or maybe right here. They come here, this is a clean out, which you can use to clear any clogs if needed. Then somewhere here they turn and go over there. And then they make another turn somewhere. Here we have another clean out. And then they go out to the city. So, what's the problem we have here? The problem is that we need to dig up this pipe, see what's going on, and try to lower it. Today, I am ceremoniously unboxing this crazy beaver shovel and heading out to dig. Wow, what kind of soil we have here. It's so hard here, no wonder the grass doesn't grow. It really feels like there's some kind of root here, because as soon as I start digging, the pipe immediately starts to move. Now admit it, who didn't believe me when I said that tree roots could reach here? I've dug up, as you can see, a good portion of this area. Well, because in any case, I would have had to dig up as much as possible so I could press down somewhere. And then, at one fine moment, the thing I feared most happened. Look, the pipe is lying right on top of the root. It pushed it upward, so it rose here. And you know what else this can lead to? This pipe should always be sloped. You see, there's a DWV marking here, which means drain waste ventilation, so this pipe is just for drainage, for waste disposal and ventilation. And in fact, as soon as I cut off this little piece here, I expect my pipe to become more flexible, after which I'll be able to lower it. You can even see from here, right, how it is like that. The pipe turns out to be winding. And over there, when I was digging, I could even hear that there was water standing inside. What could this have caused for us? I'm surprised that in the last 2 years of living in our house, we haven't had any problems. So when you flush the toilet, or just do a large drain of water, it slows down here, and eventually gets clogged. Napkins and everything else that gets into the pipe should get stuck right here. But for us, nothing got stuck, so maybe the drainage in the house is actually good. I might have to dig a little deeper to set it properly. All in all, it wasn't for nothing that I dug it up. Actually, according to code, it should be 12 inches. It should be buried in the ground, because we're not really in a very cold zone. Our winter only lasts a week or two. So, basically the pipe shouldn't freeze. But still, this root ruined everything. Well, it's not that it ruined everything, it just made some adjustments to the structure of the house. That's why, when there's a tree like this in front of the house, I'm not really a fan of it. When it's small, it's harmless. But after 5 or 10 years, it grows like crazy, damn it. A giant. And actually, as you can see here, there are a lot of tiny, tiny, tiny roots. Let's cut the roots. One blister and 30 minutes later. I've decided for sure that I'll dig as deep as possible and see if there are any more roots. I think you can see from here that there are. Actually, I've already cut some. Look. 1. A long root. 2, 3, 4. These are the thickest ones right here. And 2, one is kind of medium, and the thickest ones are still left here. What am I going to do? I'm going to cut those out now, too. I'll dig even deeper. Because, look, now I can bend the pipe. And when I bend it right here, by the way, there's an oval-shaped section. I don't know, you probably won't be able to see it on the video. It's not very noticeable, but still, right here. You see, the pipe is bulging because it got bent from the heat and from the roots. So the roots lifted it, and the temperature contributed to the deformation. What am I doing now? I'm cutting the roots, pressing the pipe down as much as possible, covering it and burying it. And by the way, you know what I found out for myself? That most likely, this pipe doesn't fit in here. It fits into the pipe, so what I have here is that on this side we have the master bedroom, on that side the guest room, my office, one toilet there, plus the kitchen and laundry, and over there is the master bathroom. So, in terms of plumbing, that's all there is here. That's why it's 2 inches here, because basically that's enough for the shower, 2 sinks, and the toilet all drained here. 2 inches is more than enough. And the main line most likely comes from over there. And this pipe connects into it, and then it goes out to the city. Now the whole picture comes together. Why is it 2 inches here and not 3 or 4? The only thing that doesn't add up for me is that there are too many roots here, which I'll quickly get rid of now, and then we can start covering it up. And hopefully forget about this problem for the next 2, 3, 5, or God willing, 10 years. And today I already went to Fongdipa. For $4, I bought a 10-foot rebar, which I've already cut into pieces. And look, I've nailed it once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. You can never have too many, but now I know for sure that the pipe won't go anywhere. Now let's remove these bricks and see if it will lift it or not. If it lifts, then we'll add some more soil, and the soil will definitely hold everything in place for good. Let's tamp it down. Alright, now basically, this is our moment of truth. So in fact, I'm removing the bricks, and the pipe shouldn't rise. So far, it's not lifting to the side. That's good, it means our pipe is secured. It will stay in this position. So it's the perfect time to cover all this with soil and forget about it like a bad dream. And here is my happiness. Not fully buried yet, but you can see that now the pipe is definitely low enough. I'm waiting for your comments about what I'm doing wrong. I think what I'm doing more or less meets generally accepted standards. I'll moisten it a bit more and cover it with the remaining soil. The soil that's left here on top, I think everything will work. Finally, everything is finished. All that's left is to watch as a brand new lawn appears here soon. I hope everything goes according to plan. That's all for today. I'll check in on the next video. Bye!